What's up, guys? It's your boy Hotshot coming back with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about Old Man Winter. He sits around like this, blows snow, ice, and sleet. Are you ready for him? Ready or not, here he comes. In this video, tell you how to get ready. And it starts now. What's up, guys? It's your boy Hotshot. We're coming back with another video. Do you know what time it is? It's Old Man Winter time. It's winter time. So now what do? This is what separates the men from the boys, the truckers from the steering wheel holders, and the money makers from Joe Blow. So, what do we do? How do we start? How do we prep? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you what you should have in your truck. We're going to do it maintenance-wise, and then we're going to do you-wise. You-wise, me-wise, us driver-wise. So, we're going to start with the maintenance. Number one, got to have some extra oil. Now, this is not sponsored by any of these products. This is literally what I use and what I keep in my truck. So, Rotella T4 oil. I have two. Why do I have two? Well, my truck doesn't burn or leak oil, but if for some reason it happens to start burning and leaking or anything, you know, maybe a hose or something busted, I need to fix it, but I don't have the oil. In the winter time, you can get stranded. You can get stuck. So, always have extra stuff with you. So, that's for the engine. I also keep with you, keep extra antifreeze. Now, I say extra antifreeze, but also drain your coolant system and put new antifreeze in it. Put the 50-50 mix. Especially if you just bought the truck. A lot of people like to just put water in their trucks. In the summertime or, you know, in a jam when they're stuck somewhere, they'll just put oil in it. Or, not oil, I'm sorry, water. Well, water's going to freeze. Water will freeze up and you're done. If your coolant system freezes, adios amigos. So, I don't have my truck with me, and I didn't buy the antifreeze because I have it on the truck. So, number two, make sure you have antifreeze. Okay, make sure there's extra antifreeze. Number three, I use Howell's diesel treatment. Now, this is an anti-gel. Now, this is mainly for southern fuel. If you get fuel down in the south, anywhere below like the Iowa and all that, you need to treat your fuel. So, I use Howell's. There is others that you can use. This is just what I've always used, and it worked. Now, if I'm up in the north, even if I got fuel in the north and I'm going into like -20, -30, yeah, it happens. Get up in Minnesota and Wisconsin, guys. It gets cold. Gets cold. And it's brutal on your trucks. So, always condition and anti-gel your fuel. Now, if I buy fuel in Minnesota or Wisconsin in the middle of winter, I may not do it, but chances are I'm going to do it anyway. This stuff does not hurt your engine, but it can save your pocket. Because gelling is a big issue. Especially if you do not idle your truck. That's a big deal of why I idle in the winter, to keep it flowing. Now, some guys know mechanics and some people don't, but if you keep it flowing, it pumps hot fuel, not hot, but like warm fuel back into it, keeps the system warm. So that's also why they recommend high idle in the winter. Keep that stuff flowing. Same as the oil. Keep it all going. Keep it going. Now, but there's going to be times when you just can't help it. You may gel up. We got a solution. So, Diesel 911. This is restores flow for fuel engine caused by gelled fuel. Now, you also make sure you have multiple fuel filters. And if you run a Ram like me, they're not cheap. But when you need it, you need it. And I've been along the road, like not along the road, but I've been in rest areas where I've gelled up. I've had to change my fuel filter. Like, because if I gel up, I'm changing my fuel filter. Because there's probably gel in the filter. You may be okay, but why would you try? Why? Over 50 bucks, keep the fuel filter in your truck. And now this has been proven. I know tons of guys that use it. I only have one in the truck, but I will probably get 2 or 3 more. Last year, I think I gelled once. And I know there's going to be guys that say, I don't run in the north. Well, that's your choice too. This is for the guys that choose to make the money, choose to run the north. Like this, from now on, I'll be up north. I may come to the south if need be, but 90% of the time now I'll be up north. I'm a northerner. I don't mind the snow. I don't mind the cold. I'd rather the snow than the heat, and the cold than the heat. So that's just me. So, and in the winter, from the salt, the rain, the snow, everything, your windshields are a mess. A mess. And it will freeze. They'll freeze. The easiest way to get that taken care of, Presto De-Icer windshield washer fluid. Now this is good for negative 27 degrees Fahrenheit. And like I said, I go in colder areas, but I've never seen this freeze. And that may be because I always leave my truck running, and it's always above negative 20 degrees under the hood. So got that also. Got to have your brush and your scraper. Got to have it. Your brush, your scraper, you know. Some people like the high dollar ones. That's good enough for me. And now, this is the last product I have, but there's more stuff. Extra wipers. Don't cheap out on your wipers. I think these ones were like 20 bucks a piece. But these are the Rain-X. And in the winter, I do treat my windshield with Rain-X. It just makes life so much easier. Because you've got the heat, the cold. It's just, I mean, it's a mess. That is the hardest part of this job is wintertime. But it's cool if you know what you're doing. Or if you just stay in the South. You guys can stay in the South. It's okay. I won't get mad. Won't get mad. So, now you want to... I know I've seen somebody had one, but I've never found one. But I'm probably going to look this year. Or you can use cardboard for the grill blankets. It's just like up in the north, it gets so cold that you don't want that air coming through there. You want to block it off to keep the temperature of your engine up. Because even at negative 27, 10 degrees, negative 10, all that, it will keep the engine temp down. Like, and you don't want that in the winter. Like I know in the summer you don't want it real hot. You don't want it real cold in the winter either. Got to make sure you've got that taken care of. Block it off. And just keep the warm air in. And you're not going to have to worry about overheating doing that because it's so hot. But if you need to, you can poke holes in it or whatever. But you just put some cardboard or something over it and it's a wrap. It looks ghetto, but it works. Especially for us pickup truck guys, those blankets are really hard to find. All right, so new batteries. Make sure your batteries are strong or new or not too old. Cold kills a battery. Make sure you've got the highest cranking amps possible. But now, like me, I leave it running, so it doesn't really matter. I never shut my truck off, especially in the winter. It stays running, but I also have the dog. You know, and that's in the winter. I would never find a hotel up north just because I don't want the chances of these happening. You know, make sure you got good tires. Just go over your truck. Like, this time is so crucial because if you break down, you can't physically just go out in -10 or -20 degrees and work on your truck. You just can't. Your fingers, your body, you can't handle it. You need the heat. You need to be warm. So that's that for the equipment, the preparation. Now, if I miss something, and you guys know of anything that you keep in your truck, put it in the comments. Help us all out. Maybe you've got an idea that I've never had. Oh, maybe I said it, maybe I didn't. Make sure you got good tires. Snow tires, it's good. And now I know what I'm getting ready to be asked. Do you run two-wheel drive or four? Deuces all day. I run two-wheel drive. Reason I run two-wheel drive, if I need four, I don't want to run. Because a two-wheel drive with all the weight we haul, it's cool in the snow. You know, especially if if it's on there and it's good. Ice, I don't care if you got 10-wheel drive. Ice is ice and you're done. So if I got to do that, I'm done. If I got to chain up, I'm done unless I get stuck. But my next stop, I'm done. So that's equipment-wise. What about you? What about me? Keep extra blankets, extra clothes, extra coat. Keep everything you can think of to keep warm. Blankets, sleeping bags, coats, beanies, hoodies. Like, you can always take them off if you have too many. You can't put on what you don't have. And you're gonna be running, you're gonna be loading, you're gonna be working, you're gonna be sweating in the cold. That's one of the worst, man. I can't stand sweating in the cold, but you gotta do it. Make sure you have good boots, good socks, just thermal long john underwear. Make sure you have enough clothes, okay? Food. I know most guys don't cook out of their truck, but now is when you want to have a little warmer or something, whether it be like EID meals, the military meal. I think they're EIDs. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry. EOD something. Whether they're military meals, whether they're microwave or just something you can just open and eat that will non-perishable food. Even if you got to eat it cold just to eat. Because I've seen guys, especially if you run north and west, them roads can be shut down for days. And it doesn't matter where you're at. When it's closed, it's closed. And I think it's 44 in Missouri. Last 3 years I've been running, every year's been a major accident. Every year. When they close the roads, they don't care where you're at or what you have. It's for your safety. They're not going to say, oh, go to the next area. No, if you're done, you're done. And they got the poles out. So make sure you also know a good weather guide. Do your research where you're going. And don't wait till November, December. There's blizzards in Wyoming and Colorado right now. I just heard of my second one this year. So don't wait. Do this stuff now. Get ready now. Make sure you have your sunglasses. See, I got 3 or 4 pair of sunglasses. The glare off the snow and off your wet truck, it'll eat you alive. So I think I got everything, extra clothes, blankets, you know, all that stuff to keep warm. Yeah, like I said, if you can think of like small extra parts, wiring, keep electrical stuff. It's so easy, the snow, the salt, it will corrode and eat at your wires. You may have to replace them. So this video was a little bit longer, but this had to be done. Wintertime, it's here, baby. Make that money. And I know a lot of guys are gonna go down in the dirty. Peace. I'll see you next year. I'm okay with it, you know. If you've never ran it, it might take a little while to get used to, but I've been driving snow my whole life, you know, because Delaware, Pennsylvania. I lived in the Poconos of Pennsylvania. They get a lot of snow, but I wrecked my truck last year, and it was 34 degrees. But the bridges, they do freeze before the roads. It was 34 degrees. I hit the bridge and didn't hit nobody else, but wrecked the truck. Some of you may or may not remember that, but the reason that happens is because a bridge has the air on both sides. So even though it's not 32 degrees, it's covered in that 34 degrees, or even though it's not 32 for freezing, it's covered in the air, so it freezes because it's come from the top and the bottom. So probably another month or two, the north, it'll be frozen for the rest of the year. So you guys have any questions, comments, holler at your boy in the comments. We're getting ready to give away headsets, guys. Yo, we're at like 4870. 4870. And I've noticed a lot of new subscribers. Appreciate you. Some of you guys aren't even into trucking. I appreciate that. Giving somebody some insight, you know. And we even welcome the customers and the brokers over here. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, you know, make you feel better, but you're welcome. So I'm home. I'm probably leaving out tomorrow or Friday. Whenever I'm ready to hit the road, Jack. That's that. Alright, guys, your boy Hotshot. You know the drill. Like, share, subscribe, hit the ding ding, and I will see you tomorrow.